Joe Rogan is right again.
The culture shift between right and left authoritarianism, and now people don't recognize that if you just stopped looking at it in terms of red and blue, look at the actions, whether it's war, suppression of free speech, pharmacological interventions that are mandatory,
Right.
whatever the fuck it is, that used to all be associated with the authoritative right, the authoritarian right, and now those things are being embraced by the left. And I just think it's just an ideology thing. And I think we get confused and we think we're on the right side. We're on the right side. And if it's our side that's saying this, for sure that's the right thing to do. And no one's critically thinking about this.
That was really bad.
I think a lot of people don't even remember how many wars Obama started. And I'm like, yo, you're against war, but you keep fighting people for the most minuscule thing to prove a point, and it looks bad. But you keep saying, well, if I start the war, it's for the good. And I think what the heck is happening with Joe Rogan? He's kind of waking up to this that, look, man, I'm not a right-winger, but this doesn't make any freaking sense.
And I go, I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden, just because I think with Biden, like, he's gone. Like, he's gone. You're going to be relying on his cabinet, and I knew his cabinet would be this sideshow of diversity, and which is exactly what it is. I mean, that one person who stole all the women's clothes, that Sam Brinton, we highlighted on the podcast yesterday, like, that's a diversity hire. You just said, oh, look at this, a man who dresses like a woman and has a beard and a mustache but also wears lipstick. This is perfect for us. I don't give a what this guy's good at or bad at. I don't give a what their credentials are. This makes us look like we're inclusive. This makes us look like we're on the right side. So let's hire this person. And you can't have those kind of people running a Ben and Jerry's. You certainly can't have those kind of people running the fucking most powerful government the world's ever known. It's nuts. It's nonsense.
And that is why I think a lot of people are waking up, and a lot of people immediately, when they start doubting themselves, you call them immediately right-winger. You're religious? Did you find Christ? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we need to be inclusive. Not everybody has the same chance. We need equity. It looks beautiful on paper.
And regardless of tonight's outcome, we fought the right fights and we put this city on a better path. No doubt about it.
Let's just take a look.
Everywhere I go, I'm confronted by the same question these days. What's going on in Chicago?
Well, I think that what would have been helpful is for the McDonald's CEO to educate himself before he spoke.
But you put stupid people in power, right? And you have put so many unqualified black people in specific position. A lot of people is watching that, and then you're psyoping most people as if, yo, those black people don't even know shit. So now when they go to hire black people, they're gonna be like, is that a person that believes there might be a diversity hire and I need to think about it?
So if I was like hiring and I saw pronouns, here's what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume you're obviously very liberal. So I'm going to assume you're one of those people that is super far left. Hey, I'm going to assume you're not a very hard worker. You are either a female or you're a probably not straight guy. So everything in the office is going to have to cater to you, your feelings, your needs, and your emotions. So everyone around you is not going to be able to be themselves and walk on eggshells. Why would anyone want someone like you unless everyone's like you in a work environment? You're going to be the laziest person. You're going to be the most entitled, complain the most, and I think you're going to be the first to sue. So shocker that pronouns weren't helping you guys. Sorry, is there anything I missed there?
These peoples in power have specific opinions, and if you do just a little research, the people that are advocating for the plant-based food, vegan and all this stuff, it looks beautiful on paper. Do you know how hard it is to create those specific food and how much destruction you're doing, and you don't even respect the people that do it the natural way because they look like, act like right-wingers?
When all those people were saying plant-based meat is the future, like, the fuck is. It's really bad for you. You're way better off buying cows and eating cows than you are buying corn. because in order to grow a stalk of corn, a lot of shit has to die. And if you're using monocrop agriculture and you're using industrialized farming methods and you're controlling enormous swaths of land with only one crop, that is totally unnatural, doesn't exist anywhere in nature. And in order to do that, you have to poison everything else. You have to kill all the animals. You have to poison the land. You have to strip the topsoil. You have to use industrialized fertilizer. You can't grow things that way normally. The people that like White Oak Pastures and Polyface Farms like Joel Salatin and Will Harris, these like grizzled old farmers who use these regenerative methods. They're letting cows graze. They take the manure. They use the manure as fertilizer. Chickens roam the land. Chickens peck the bugs and eat the stuff. Pigs roam, and then they cycle where these animals are. So what they're essentially doing is they're recreating nature in a contained environment, and that is actually carbon neutral. It actually sequesters carbon in the soil in a lot of cases. But if you want to buy plant-based food and plant-based meat, you're not getting that.
Right.
You're supporting monocrop agriculture, industrialized farming, and you're supporting very unhealthy food.
I think the point has already been made, okay? Joe Rogan is slowly waking up by just doing a little more of his own research, right? And that is good. And slowly you start seeing specific people advocating for certain things that you're like, yo, I don't think that's the best way. It's the unhealthy way. And immediately people will criticize you. Oh, so you don't care about the poor people?
Bad touch, stranger danger.
Because we can make a lot of food for a very cheap price. I'm like, yeah, but it's unhealthy. Why don't we find a different solution? Well, this is the best solution. We don't want to go to war, but you're always sending money to help a war. You don't like misogyny, but you want to have soldiers and trans people and LGBTQ people or whatever to learn how they need to approach a person and be like, hands up! What's your pronouns? I'm like, yo, it's so weird and confusing. It's weird that a lot of people are starting to wake up. And I know most people don't like him as a person, but he speaks sense. He doesn't like religion. I don't like him because he doesn't like religion. I like him because factually he's waking up just like I have been awoke before, just like I think he is having a honest conversation, and I don't feel like he's straw manning. And with time, it just grows on you, you know? Anyway, I just wanted to point it out that in the future, it would not surprise me there comes like a unique wave of centered people that just don't want to see everything between left and right. And they just want to choose the thing, not because of equity, not because of diversity higher, none of that. Some people suffer, some people don't. I think they will do way more an effort than if you just tell them you don't deserve to work that hard. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like, share, hit the bell notification, and see you guys in the next one.